video is for any PocketSuite Pro who offers services and would like help setting them up. This is a start to finish video on how to set up your services. It goes the whole way through and hopefully answers all of the questions you may have. So if you're setting up services, this video is for you. So you can start by tapping on the settings icon in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And then we are going to scroll down under the section that says, what goods and services do you provide? Okay, in that section, the very first thing that comes up is services. Now, if you tap on services, you'll notice that all of the things that you've added will appear right here. Okay, to add more services, you can tap the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. And your options are to either add from default or create brand new services from scratch. Okay. Also, please note that there is a magnifying glass there, so you can easily surface certain services if you have quite a few there. Also, when you select one of the services, you'll notice there are always three options. You can share, you can edit, or you can copy. Okay. Sharing will allow you to share the link for just that particular item. Copy allows everything to be copied over except for the name. Okay, and edit opens up to all of these settings. And that's what we're going to go over today. Okay, so the name is pretty straightforward. What service do you provide? And in this case, it's the mini acne facial. The second thing you're going to want to set is the price. The price for the service. How much do you charge to provide this service? But I want to spend some time here because the deposit actually answers quite a few questions that come up pretty frequently. Questions like, well, are my clients going to be charged when they book, when they put a card on file? And that really depends on what you set here for the deposit. If you leave it blank, then no, they can schedule this and they'll put a card on file just to hold there until it's time to process either a late fee or charge for the appointment. But if you put an amount there, then yes, not only will they be asked for the card, but they will also be charged whatever amount that you put here. Another question that we get frequently is, can I get paid up front in full? How do I get my clients to pay in full before they come in or as they schedule me? Well, you just put the full amount here. And then the deposit would equal the full amount you're getting paid the full amount up front, okay? So you can do half up front, you can do the full amount, or you can do nothing, all right? So there is that. Another thing that we get asked frequently is there a way to test a card before they come in, before it's time to charge? And this is the way. You set a deposit. That way, as they book, they are charged. You know that it's a legitimate card that was put on file, okay? Then you can add a discount rate if you want to. And there's the option to allow or disallow sales tax for this particular service as well, all right? Then there's the description. Make sure you take your time and put whatever description you need here so your clients know exactly what they're getting when they book this service. Finally, you want to schedule select a duration. How long does it take for you to provide this service? And then the availability. So here's the thing about availability. It will default when you create a services, it will default to this right here where it says same as business. When you created your schedule, right, under scheduling and orders, you created your business schedule. By default, all of the services that you create will be bookable within that time period. If that's fine, if you want to provide these services just within those hours with no exceptions, then leave it. It's less work for you. However, this is here in case you want to override your business schedule. Okay, so maybe you'd like to perform this service only on specific days. Okay, or maybe this is something that you would do. It's a VIP service that you do before or after hours for only specific clients. There are different reasons why you might want to override your business availability at the service level, but that's what this is for. Basically, if I wanted to do this as a VIP service before and after hours, I would just kind of
set that there. If I wanted to do it just on a couple days because it's exhausting, I could do that as well. And I've basically overridden my availability at the business level. Okay. Next is lead time. Lead time is super important. It's how much of a heads up do you need before a client can book the service. Some of our pros are okay with same day appointments. You maybe are at a salon or a specific office all day long, and the more the merrier. You welcome walk-ins. Then maybe you set it to no lead time. They can just look on your calendar and book a service. Now, if you don't like that, if you don't like same day appointments, then you're going to want to select something that is either says next day or anything below that. Okay. Now, the question that we get frequently here is, well, what's the difference between next day and 24 hours? Next day will just not allow your clients to book same day appointments. Okay. But it could be really late in the day and they could book you in the morning. So for example, if you had next day selected and I went to go book this service as a client, I wouldn't see any availability for you today. If it's 10 o'clock at night, I could be able to book you in the morning, like first thing in the morning, because at least it's next day. All right. But 24 hours would actually block the next 24 hours of your availability. So chances are, if it is 10 o'clock at night, unless you work super late, I probably won't even be able to book you tomorrow. It won't be till the following day. Okay. So this lead time just kind of blocks out whatever duration is indicated here from the time the client is looking at your calendar. So they can't book until after that. Okay. So that's lead time. Now remember, if you've made changes to this, make sure that you make changes to all of your services, because these are service level settings. Okay. Finally, there's the show online button. So if you tap this and you toggle this on, by default, they're all toggled on. Then as you create these services, they appear basically on your booking site and your clients can see it and they can book you. Now, in the example that I gave earlier, where maybe this is like a VIP service that only VIP members that pay like a membership fee can have access to, then you can override the availability, right, for before and after hours, and then you toggle this off. That means this won't be visible to everybody. This will only be visible to those clients that you share this link with, like manually. Okay, so that's the show online. Single capacity, don't worry about unless you have a Teams account and you have employees that provide a service that require the use of a specific room or equipment that they share. Okay. Add-on products. So this is new. We've always had add-on products, but now you can buy them self-serve. We do have like standalone products that you can buy. And now our add-on products, you can actually highlight specific ones for specific services. So if you tap on add-on products, what's going to happen is you have two options. You have the show all products, which is the default, which means when your client books this service, they'll see, your calendar, they'll pick a date, they'll pick a time, and then they'll see products. If you leave it like this, they'll see all of your products. Now, if there is a particular product that you recommend because this is either an upcharge or complimentary to the service that they're booking, for whatever reason, you don't want them to see all of your products, but there are specific ones you want to highlight for this service, then you select products and you select only the product or products that you would like to highlight. What happens then is when a client books this service, they will only see those. They won't see all of them. Okay. Then there's location. The options here for location, where do you provide the service? Is it virtually? If it's virtually, then you would select no location. And then you would have to select a video conferencing tool. Okay. The other options are business location, where that you've set that in settings and location. If you travel to your clients, then it would be client selects location. They would have to input their address. And another location. Maybe you are providing this service at an event or somewhere, like a park if you're a dog trainer, just a different location other than your business location, then you would select that. okay? And then you would have to enter the address to that location. Finally, there is the add a contract or add a form option where you can do just that. By adding a contract and adding a form, what happens is you automate the process. So you don't have to worry about manually having to send the contract or form after somebody books the service. The system will do it auto magically for you, okay? Now, if you don't see contracts and forms here, it's one of two reasons. You either don't have those features turned on under settings and features, or maybe you have them turned on, but you haven't yet added any forms and contracts to your account, so it wouldn't show up. So make sure you have those two things in place, and you should see it populate here, okay? When you're all done, you can hit save in the upper right-hand corner, and voila, you are done creating your services. I hope you found value in this video, and hopefully I'll see you at the next one. Bye.